Greetings, Roncalli family. We had a great celebration of graduation for the class of 2020. As most of you know, it was interrupted by rain, and we didn't have the opportunity to hear from our outstanding valedictorian for the class of 2020. And so it's our desire now to introduce our valedictorian and have him give his address. Our valedictorian's commitment for serving his community and his extracurricular involvement both are impressive testimonies to his character. 4 years sorting and distributing food at our local food pantries, 2 years supporting student athletes in summer sports camps, 2 years as an assistant coach for a grade school sports team, multiple years assisting at the Indiana Resource Center for Autism. Very impressive extracurricular activities. His excellence in the classroom is noted in many ways as well. An AP Scholar with distinction. He's earned a perfect composite score on the ACT. That includes perfect scores on English, mathematics, and reading. He also earned a perfect score on the SAT Math. He's a National Merit finalist. His teachers have some of the following comments to share with us about Will. His approach to academic work has been consistently inquisitive, focused, and thorough. He never leaves a stone unturned, always seeking the most complete understanding of the material. Will is one of the most intuitive students I've ever taught. He's never showy, never braggadocious about his intelligence, but rather uses it to further his own education and that of his classmates. Will analyzes information from a different perspective, an angle that allows for new insights, and often takes our class discussions in new and interesting directions. He has quite a natural love of learning, one that will undoubtedly serve him well in his future endeavors. The son of David and Rochelle Hawkins, he will attend Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology, where he will study mathematics and physics. A young man who has answered God's call and Roncalli's challenge to develop his many gifts and to share them with the world. It's my pleasure to introduce to you the valedictorian for the class of 2020, William Drew Hawkins.
Dr. Amadeo, Dr. Hollowell, Mr. Weisenbach, faculty, parents, guests, friends, and members of the class of 2020. Thank you for being here. I'm honored to have the opportunity to reflect on the last 4 years with you as we look forward to the future with hope. It's almost impossible to believe our class had to miss the end of our senior year and the end of our graduation. I'm not sure about you, but this is the one part of high school I was actually looking forward to. Ever since I was a freshman and saw the seniors walking around out of uniform and missing what seemed like every other day of classes, I imagined those last few months would be some of the best times of high school. Sadly, we'll never get the chance to find out. March 12th marked our last day at Roncalli as students. Now, we will always enter those front doors as graduates. Heading into the month of March, our final year of high school was really looking up. We had won Fall Spirit Week for the 4th consecutive year, marking perhaps the most impressive Roncalli sweep ever. We had academic, athletic, and artistic teams all make it to state competitions in the fall and winter seasons. Our class had outstanding performances in all aspects of extracurriculars, and we were looking forward to one last spring season to close out our high school careers. And then the world seemingly came to a halt, as schools, businesses, and life as we knew it completely shut down. We were told to stay home, away from friends, and still complete our senior year on our own. Yet despite these disappointments, at the end of our high school careers, we were still able to finish the final stretch of our senior year and find ourselves at graduation. But regardless of our circumstances, they do not define us, not unless we give in and let them. This advice comes from former Colts head coach Chuck Pagano. He goes on to encourage us to choose not to live in your circumstance, but live in your vision. Early into his first season as a head coach, Pagano was diagnosed with leukemia. Here is someone who could have lamented his circumstances, but he chose instead to look on the bright side. This is a lesson that all of us could learn. We are living examples of Pagano's message as the world around us seemed to halt, but we kept moving forward. Many of us will still attend college in the fall. Some of our outstanding classmates have already joined the military, and others have already entered the workforce. As members of the class of 2020, we are the future of our society. We have developed the perseverance that will be critical to our future success. As the class of 2020, we have not allowed our circumstances to define us. We have used this pandemic as an opportunity to better ourselves and become accustomed to change. Our world will continue evolving and circumstances will continue changing. We cannot allow this to overwhelm us, just as we have not given in to the adverse pandemic. And we won't, as long as we continue to rely on our faith, family, and friends. Every single member of this class of 2020 is capable of achieving great things. We may experience setbacks or obstacles in our lives, but we will overcome them. God has created each of us in our own unique ways, and we must be open to how He desires to use us in this world. We know God has a plan for our futures, and with His strength, we will be able to overcome any obstacle and experience success. Our circumstances do not define us. Our goals define us. If we desire for change in this world, we can and we will achieve it. In short, we have a senior year high school experience no other class does. We still have so many of those great memories that every high school class forms, but we have more than that. We face an obstacle no other class will have the opportunity to face. Yes, this obstacle is an opportunity. It's an opportunity to grow, to cherish life's many simple blessings, to challenge ourselves, and to learn from the hardships. While we may have missed out on spring sports, prom, senior retreat, and countless other opportunities, we were presented with the ability to embrace the productive struggle and grow as a result. And what more could we ask for? As we, the class of 2020, look to the future, we should have hope. Have hope in our ability to not only adapt to change, but drive it on our journeys to success. Now, I would like to reiterate how truly grateful I am to be able to speak in front of you today, and for the last 4 years of memories that I will always carry with me. Thank you to my parents for continuously supporting me on my path to success, and for teaching me the values of respect, trust, and love. To my sister, thank you for being there when I needed you, whether as a friend or a rival. To the teachers, faculty, and staff of Roncalli, thank you for your hard work to make these last 4 years memorable for our class. And to the class of 2020, thank you for being my friends on this journey through high school. As we graduate and part ways, I would like you to keep in mind everything you have learned from Roncalli, from your faith to friends to education. And most importantly, as we move forward in this world, have hope, both in yourselves and in those around you, because we have the ability to shape the future into our vision. Thank you.